Hey y'all, it's Kat, and I'm here once again to talk about sex, and today I will be talking about foreplay. Foreplay is super important. If you aren't engaging in foreplay, then you probably won't have good sex if you have sex at all. There's so many different ways to use foreplay. The definition of foreplay is sexual activity that proceeds to intercourse. So basically, anticipation is the key to seduction. Different ways to do this is maybe to use music as a part of seduction. Remember, foreplay is happening now. Allow music to set the mood. Music is a fun way to use foreplay because you can do a sexy dance, which is good because using non-verbal body language is a big part in foreplay. Our bodies say so much. 70% of all of our communication is nonverbal. So use your sexy body language and do a sexy dance to start off foreplay. But there's so many different ways to start foreplay. Obvious and standard foreplay moves that people respond to are good for any lovemaking session. But foreplay is not just about giving oral sex or loving attention to her well-known zones. The really good stuff has a lot more to do with it. It involves her entire body as well as her mind. Don't get me wrong. Chances are that there are already tons of things you already do to her that she loves. But there's so much more you can do, and luckily for you, none of them require you to be a rocket scientist. The brain is the largest sexual organ in our bodies. If you really understand this concept, you can use it to your advantage anytime you like. Include non-physical arousers such as reading her an erotic story or telling her what you'd like to do to her either on the phone or writing her a note and sticking it in her pocket so she can find it later, which is also really romantic. Sending a text message or emailing her is also good. If you can get her wet before you even touch her, you're doing a damn good job. You don't need to go overboard. Use words and actions that will force her to use her brain instead of giving her every single detail of what you want to do to her later. Try and downplay it just a little so she has to use her imagination. It is just as effective as touching her. Her imagination will run rampant when a sexy suggestion is put in place. So get her worked up with the right words. Just try not to go overboard and make her use her imagination. Those are the two most important things you can do when you're doing non-touching turn-ons. And that's just an example of non-touching turn-on. There's so many more. So another form of foreplay is neck kissing. Chicks really dig this because our necks are far more sensitive than guys. This is good news for guys who aren't sure what to do to get their girls hot. It's really easy to turn her on if you kiss her neck. It works like magic. So with neck kissing comes a few rules because we don't want to go crazy and overboard with it. So make sure you are being sensuous and that you take your time. Use a combination of short and firm kisses and keep the pace on the slower side. Kissing her neck from behind is almost guaranteed to turn her on. And you know when she turns around to face you, she's ready for more. The back of the neck and the shoulders are great places to start. Progress onto the sides of her neck and up to her ears, maybe working your way around to the front near the jugular. Small, soft, and closed mouth kisses work well for starters, but should be worked up to open mouth kisses. A warm, moist tongue on her throat without slobbering all over her, of course, is the wet feeling that may just lurch her into outer space. She will probably moan a lot when you do this. Women also love being held by strong hands, so use them while you do your thing. So massage is another form of foreplay that we can use. When you flip her onto her stomach and you turn her main zones away from you, like her boobs and whatnot, you're saying to her that I'm not just after the prize. I want to make you feel good also. This will allow her to relax and get her juices flowing A good erotic massage will sexualize and wake up new parts of her body, increasing the scope of her pleasure. Do not put her to sleep. Massages, especially after a week's work or a heavy night of drinking, can easily slip a woman into sleep mode. The trick is giving good erotic massage is to keep it sensuous, which means taking breaks between touches to lick and kiss her and involving her whole body. Stroke her body with your whole hand and enjoy her curves while you do this. The effect of an erotic massage is that it creates occasional deep and delicious feelings while generating light and tickly feelings as you guide and graze your hands and fingers over her. During the massage, you can use a small amount of oil. You only want to use a little bit because if you use too much, the friction of your hands on her skin and can end up giving an itchy feeling almost, which isn't very sexy. Be careful where you put the oil, especially if you're using condoms. It breaks down the latex quickly. Use long strokes going down her body all the way to her feet. Trust me, this is just the best thing ever. Towards the end of the massage, a good place to end is on the butt. Butt massages are the absolute best, and once you start there, she won't want you to stop. The easiest way to encourage her arousal from a bum massage is to include her inner thighs occasionally and just skate near the anus and the vagina lips without actually touching them, so just barely brim them. Because when you don't actually touch them and you're just basically slightly brushing by them with your fingers, the tease will drive her wild, and before you know it, she'll be begging you for more. So one of my favorite forms of foreplay is spontaneous combustion, as most would refer to it in a way. It's risky, light touching, and inappropriate in places where sex cannot happen right then and there. Is very hot to women, and it warms you both up nicely for later. For example, a warm hand up her top during a movie or a hand down her side of her pants while you choose a song from the jukebox at a bar gets her feeling tingly in all the right places. The rules. Stop. Keep her wanting. Give her a taste of it and then pull back and watch her rub against you and begin to purr. The trick with this little baby is she knows you can't have sex. Reverse psychology is your friend. She wants what she can't have, but the time you get somewhere you can have sex, she will be tearing your clothes off like a wild woman. So you can't actually act on what you're doing to her. You have to just tease. Because when you get home, she's going to be wanting you so bad. Her body will literally be aching for you. So you could, rub up her thigh while you're sitting at a restaurant and don't actually touch the vagina. Just, rub up the thigh and then just stop and she'll be craving you. And this is just an awesome form of foreplay that many people don't really think of as foreplay because they can't have sex right then and there. Foreplay is always able to happen even if you can't have sex right away because you're leading up to it. I don't think about this as soon as we are, grown-ups. But the best way I can put it is making out on the couch high school style. Dry humping and kiss-a-thons are fun because you can take you right back to where you were as a teenager. Making out was exciting and adventurous. And foreplay should always be exciting and adventurous, and so should sex. That's what keeps sex exciting. And like I've said before, if you're not having exciting and you're not doing anything fun, then you're probably not having good sex at all. So keep it exciting and adventurous, even in foreplay. The rules are: use the skills you gained from high school. Dry humping is one of the greatest turn-ons known to mankind because it is so suggestive without actually skin-on-skin touching. The clothes create a bigger padding, which will make you want it more because you can't quite have it yet. Keeping clothes on can be very sexy because there's the anticipation and
Anticipation is the key to seduction. You keep them working up and wanting more and more and more, and then they just gotta have it. So now when I asked my gay friend Brandon what gay men do for foreplay, he said this, and I quote, "For gays, it's the same as the male in a straight couple. Just double. LOL." Full sensual body massage is a great way to lead to sex, which we discussed a little earlier. Not everything has to be as cut and dry as grabbing his dick and whatnot. The lead up can be as much fun for an even better sexual adventure. Anything that gets it hard gets it started. LOL. Watching porn together is another great way to get a feel for what turns you on. And unquote. So Brandon brings up an awesome idea for foreplay, which is watching porn. There's nothing wrong with watching porn. You might actually come to find that porn could turn you on, or you could get more ideas of things that you would like to try. So don't be afraid of porn. Don't think, oh God, he's watching porn, he thinks I'm unattractive. No, porn is, a good thing. You should watch it and try it. Don't be so against porn right off the bat. At least try everything once is the best advice I can give anybody. So thank you, Brandon, for all your help. And I'll see you guys next week. Don't forget to give me thumbs up and subscribe to my video. I'm so sorry it took me so long to get this back on here, but we've been doing so much. We are about to move. We've just been having a lot going on the last few weeks, so I'm really sorry. I'm sorry this video is just all over the place and whatnot. I've just been trying to get in here and record as much as I could, and it took me a while to get the whole video together. But please, please, please subscribe to my videos. Leave comments. You can email me. I'll put the links below, so you can email me and ask me if you have any questions. Next week I'm going to try to do more what girls can do to their men for foreplay, and so on and so forth. So yeah, see you guys. Bye.